is here, ladies and gentlemen. The day that a lot of DC comic book fans have been waiting for is upon us, because today, this beautiful, beautiful December morning, we'll finally get to witness the first, I know that it's not quote unquote official first project in the DCU, because of course we got Creature Commandos, and technically some of these other projects that have been releasing recently, like Peacemaker, have all been under the new DCU umbrella, but those are all TV shows. I feel like this is really going to be the big first project to be released by the DCU team, piloted by, of course, one James Gunn. So this should be pretty freaking exciting. We're getting to see a Superman today, which should be pretty freaking cool. Really stoked. We have about 28 minutes to go before the trailer drops. Gonna do a live reaction to it. Really excited. It's been a hot second since I've done one of these reactions in quite a while. I feel like the last time we did this was for Spider-Man, so I feel like it gives you kind of a pretty good idea of how much of a big deal this is. So I'm really hopeful that this is gonna turn out to be awesome. Now, of course, guys, if you do enjoy today's video and you would like to see more trailer reactions in the future, don't forget to take a quick moment and leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. You can also support the channel by considering to become a member at either the Capitan or full rank. Thank you so very much for your support there as well. And of course, also in addition to that, guys, if you are on the Superman hype train, I've got some really good news for you. Yesterday I uploaded a video showcasing all of Superman's appearances in Lego DC games. That includes Lego Batman 2, Lego Batman 3, Lego DC Supervillains. Go check it out. That would be very much appreciated. And then later on today, for the first time in history, definitely on my channel, I will be playing this game. So I will hopefully see you guys check that out as well. Bada bing, bada boom. There's a little bit of a teaser for you guys. So yeah, there you go. So hopefully you guys will get a look at that. Rick Sanchez, thank you for the 22 months. Hey Pav, how you doing today? And look up. Indeed. Dude, I'm very stoked. Oh, I also did bring up this little list. I saw a tweet by, I think it was, if you forgot Lego Dimensions. Lego Dimensions is not a Lego DC game. So here's some stats. Here's some information for Superman for you guys to learn about, along with myself, I guess. Much more grounded than his past comic book projects. It's taking from other things like Game of Thrones, which I was very confused when I read that, because I was like, wait, really? Where it's a universe where superheroes actually do exist. So it's not gonna, like, I guess, try to build as much mythos around the idea of Superman, because superheroes will be much more of a common thing that a lot of people are aware of. So I guess the parallel there is, in Game of Thrones, people are aware of the dragons. So is it mythological? Yes, but at the same time, it's like common knowledge. It's not this like, whoa, this is the first superhero in this world. So that's kind of an interesting approach. David Corenswet, who is, of course, the brand new Clark Kent / Superman, influenced the decision to wear trunks. So apparently Superman didn't wear his trunks on the outside, similarly to kind of his classic design. So that's kind of interesting. I lost the tweet right now. Oh crap, I should have just, there we go. Just gonna make the image larger. James Gunn is indeed feeling the pressure with this project, because there's a plan, but if Superman doesn't work, we're not just gonna keep making movies, which that's kind of a scary proposition, because basically the idea with that is that yes, they have plans for Supergirl, they have plans for the Batman and Robin movie, and all these other projects that they've quote unquote announced, like the Clayface script from Mike Flanagan. But the problem is, if this movie does not deliver, and when I say deliver, I mean cha-cha-ching, meaning box office smash, all of that will probably be scrapped. Because again, the company that is releasing this movie is in dire dire straits financially. And so they probably can't really afford to take on as much debt as they would had they been in a better financial situation. So this is kind of do or die for the DCU, meaning that if you're a DC fan and if you're excited for this, I would definitely encourage you to go and watch this movie at the movie theater when it drops, because I mean, I genuinely think every dollar is going to count with this thing. I think that if this thing bombs, it's going to be probably going to be one and done. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's not put out negative vibes out there, but the reality is that this is a very, very, very important movie. When does it actually go up? If you look on your screen right now, you'll see in the top right, it says premieres in 23 minutes. So that's when it goes up. This was something that I did not know, but if you watch the little teaser trailer that they released, it kind of makes sense. And that is that a lot of the action scenes, especially the flying action scenes for this Superman film, were actually shot with drones and inspired by Top Gun Maverick. So if you watch Top Gun Maverick, one of the best one of the best movies I've ever seen in a movie theater ever. The action sequences are absolutely to die for. Just like incredibly dynamic, exciting. It feels like you're in the action. And so similarly, to try to capture similar energy, now we'll see if they actually pulled it off or not. They used drones to go ahead and ooh, look at that shot. They just updated the image. Hot diggity dog right there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's a new image right there. Right, chat? Look at that. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, they use drones to like capture a lot of the flying action scenes, which you can kind of see in the little teaser that they posted where you could see Superman fly for just like a millisecond. And it really did seem like they were using a similar set of tech. So that's pretty cool. This movie is score driven, not song driven, with nods to John Williams, which I think is pretty freaking awesome. Hey, let's go, Bat. Thank you so very much for the super chat. First and biggest super chatter of the stream, saying, I'm so happy we are here. Comic Boy me is hype. Big dubs. Big dubs. He does have the curl. That's a good point out, GPG. So yeah, the point with that, I think, is that if you look at James Gunn's projects, they are mostly, or I think the vast majority of them, is definitely in the comic book side of things, are song driven, meaning that they are typically he'll have like a soundtrack of a specific selection of songs, not just in Guardians of the Galaxy. Even if you look at some of his other projects like Peacemaker, there's definitely a handful of songs that he kind of like anchors the story around. Well, with Superman, that will not be the case. It will instead have a score that will really drive the experience. So that's definitely kind of interesting because it's a little different to what James Gunn usually does in his comic book projects. This will also not set up anything beyond Peacemaker season 2. So that's interesting, I guess, in terms of, I don't know how much I want the Superman movie to be related to the Peacemaker show at all, personally speaking. So I hope it's just like, hey, Mr. Terrific might appear in Peacemaker season 2, like something like that. You know, I hope it's nothing substantial because I don't want the Superman movie to be in any way, shape, or form related to the Peacemaker show. Because if you've watched the Peacemaker show, it's not really what I think of tonally when I think of Superman. So because of that, I don't want him to be basically in the same room ever. Lewis and Clark will indeed know each other. That's interesting. Mr. Terrific, who I just mentioned a moment ago, will apparently have a big role in the film. So that will be interesting in terms of, I feel like as you start to layer, like, because to me, the Superman movie front and center needs to be Superman. He's number 1. Number 2, Lois. Number 3, Lex Luthor. Because to me, those are the 3 elements that I think if you get right, you should have a good Superman story on your hands. And you should have a good film on your hands, hopefully. But we will see if they can do a good job with those 3, plus then layer Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl and all these other characters that are supposedly in this film. Green Lantern. So it's like, there's a lot that they're going to need to get right. Fortunately enough, we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3 and a holiday special. And we know that James Gunn is really, really good at ensemble films. So we know that he should be able to do a good job with it. But obviously, hopefully Superman is still front and center and it's his story driving the action. And we will pick up apparently with this film, Lex Luthor already will despise Superman. So we will not probably get a chance to learn as much as to why exactly does Lex Luthor hate Superman. I'm also very curious to see if this teaser trailer actually shows us Lex Luthor, because that would be pretty cool. So I'm very curious about that as well. And the final point about the film is that it will apparently take place over a very short period of time. So it will not be one of those movies that's like taking place over 8 months or something like that. It'll probably be a pretty condensed storyline. So that's pretty interesting. The poster is already my wallpaper. Lol, let's go, Rick Sanchez. Let's freaking go. So, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer will premiere here in about 18 minutes, even though... interesting. Because I thought, didn't they say that the trailer would be at 9? Kind of odd, no?
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I am very excited to see what James Gunn has cooked. I get my new first ever car today, and I am finally done with my final exams. Underscore Blitz hype. Underscore Blitz hype.
Let's freaking go, Piper. Congratulations. That's a big deal. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of car are you getting? And congratulations. That's very, very awesome. Doesn't Lex become Superman in the comics at one point? Maybe, I don't know. I haven't read enough Superman comics to know the specifics of that. Maybe, I mean, probably at some point, but I don't think he ever becomes like, I can't remember any storyline where he is like Superman, you know? Like where he is, like they've never done, at least to my awareness, they've never done a storyline similar to Superior Spider-Man where like it's Peter's body or like where he like transmuting like the brain from one side to the other. So I don't know. But also, if please, oh please do not do anything stupid like that in this movie. That would literally be the single dumbest thing you could do, is to do a convoluted storyline like that. Please don't do that. Not ideally not ever, but definitely not in the first Superman movie. I debated so long between gas and electric, and after a few trips on electric, I settled on a Tesla Model Y. Dang, that's pretty freaking fancy for your first car. Sheesh. Enjoy. That is definitely a pretty fancy first vehicle. This is going to be peak. I hope so. I hope so. I definitely hope that you are correct. Is this a real premiere? Yes, it'll be going live in 16 minutes. I wish I could learn to drive a car, but sadly I have ADHD and autism, so it will be really hard. Interesting. Does that not allow you to... I guess you answered my question by saying you could learn how to drive a car, but it's just a difficult process. I'd say the next logical movie for the DCU could be maybe Batman versus Superman. Never really been... PPG, too soon. Too soon. Too soon, bro. Too soon. Who do you think would win, Superman or Omni-Man? I mean, Omni-Man for the most part is pretty much a rip-off of Superman, so I'll go with the OG Superman. Literally told Tom Taylor how hyped I was in the comments 10 minutes ago because he was hyped too. Let's freaking go. Can I finish a rank Rivals match in the next 16 minutes? Yes. Most Rivals matches are faster than that. Most. Now, ranked usually is the one that takes longer, so you might be pushing it, but I think you'll be able to get it done. You just got to play out of your mind. Play really well, and You'll be able to get the match done pretty quick. I've had ranked matches for Rivals that were like sub 10 minutes. So I think you'll get it done. When did the new picture come out? Right as I was streaming. It literally updated from the Superman crest symbol to this picture now. So dun, 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 dun. Do you think it'll be better than the Batman 2022? I mean, it's so difficult to say right now, right? Like, even after this trailer, I don't think we'll be able to say that. Like, we have to watch the actual movie to know. Here's what I know. I know that James Gunn is a fantastic filmmaker. I think that everything that he's done that is a comic book project has been pretty great. Like, even if you don't like Peacemaker, you can still appreciate the quality of it. Like, I think even if you find it like to be too raunchy or too violent or whatever, right? Like, it's just not your cup of tea, you would still admit that it's like, it's a well-made thing. So because of that, I feel like in James Gunn we trust. For now, he hasn't done anything to make us doubt that he could do an excellent job with this movie. You know, I think if you look back, the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, I think, is the strongest trilogy of movies in the MCU. I think he is the most consistent filmmaker of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And so I don't have any doubt that this should be of a certain level of quality. And it's like I was reading a little earlier. I think James Gunn is aware how important this movie, for this movie to be great. I think he knows that if this thing is a turd, whether commercially or, well, especially commercially, or critically, this might be one and done. Like, this whole DCU project that we're all very, very excited for, it might be all over before it even gets off the ground, you know? So I think because of that, I think James Gunn is taking this very, very seriously, and he's putting his very, very best foot forward to make sure that we end up with an excellent movie. So fingers crossed that he delivers. Da, 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 da. Crazy, you're the only YouTuber waiting to do a live premiere reaction. Okay. I don't know what that means. And then we have QC here randomly saying, I gotta be honest, who the heck asked for a brain rotted toilet in Fortnite? Some people did. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't exist, right? I say Gunn should cast The Rock as Batman to change the hierarchy of power. GPG, are you flipping kidding me? GPG? Yo. Ban that guy. You know? Like, unbelievable, you know? I believe him and John Watts were on the same level of consistency at a point in time. I don't think John Watts, like, his third Spider-Man movie is definitely a very, very, very high quality film, but I don't think that the first two movies are anywhere near as good as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I don't think so. So. Love the theme for Superman in this movie. It's giving me Hans Zimmer vibes when he did The Man of Steel. That's true. For me, it premieres in 10 minutes. Interesting. Let me refresh. Could be sometimes the static image will like, oh yeah, it's 9. Yeah, it's just because it's a static image. I have to like remain on this tab for this to keep updating. Every time I bring up your guys' chats, it like freezes at that point in time. John Watts does not have the sauce James Gunn does. There you go. Hey yo, Kambuki, is that how you say that? Hopefully I didn't mispronounce that. Thank you so very much for the super chat. Is that dirt from a fight or just for men's? Dude, that's insane. Yeah, he just sprayed just for men's. Like, bro just completely messed up his ability to get his hair to be all one uniform color. Respectable opinion. Fair. What would you rate the new Superman logo? For me, I think it's pretty good, but I wish it was more like the Christopher Reeves logo, but obviously slightly different. I don't mind it. I think that it's a nice balance between modern aesthetics and classic aesthetics. So it's kind of like a nice clash where it's not quite as like futuristic and like realistic as the Snyderverse logo, but it's definitely not quite like one-for-one carbon copy of the classic design. Especially like if you look at this image right here, this preview image, right? You can see that it definitely resembles almost more of a Snyderverse kind of aesthetic with like the smearing of oil or whatever the heck that is on his costume. But it is an interesting image, like tonally, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this looks a little bit more serious than I expected. Like this looks, not for better or for worse, I guess. This looks more like an image that you would see from like Man of Steel or something like that, which is kind of intriguing, you know? Kind of reminds me of that one where like the city's rebelling against Superman, you know? Kind of turning their back on Superman. So it kind of has a similar-ish vibe, right? Where he looks very like angry or frustrated. So interesting. Max, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. Do we get a quick intro to where Superman comes from and how he ended up on Earth? No, so this movie allegedly will be taking place like already years into Superman being Superman. Lois and Clark will know each other. I mean, I guess we'll see in a moment here in terms of like the specifics, because we only have about 6 minutes left. So I'm very, very curious to see what James Gunn chooses to include in here, right? Because again, this is the official teaser trailer, which means we're still going to get like a proper trailer sometime in 2025. What are your thoughts on the suit? Mini Mash, I agree that the initial image that they shared, I was a little bit worried why the suit had like so many folds on it, like where it would kind of like, it didn't really like fit David Corenswet, but I personally think that since then there have been some really good images of the suit. I think the poster that they released, like the main poster, looks great. So I really want to see the suit in action. Like I want to see it moving, because that's what I always say. Like anytime we get leaks of like, oh, look, this person snapped a photo of this costume on set, or like it, and then people are like either outraged or love it. I'm like, can we just like pump the brakes and see the suit in motion? Because that's really what's going to like make or break the design. So basically what I'm getting at is I want to see this trailer, because hopefully we'll get some shots of him like moving, so we can get an understanding of what the suit actually looks like, instead of like theorizing about it based on a handful of promo images or leaked images. I like how he has the twirl in his hair. Yeah, that's a cool little reference there, because like I guess I don't think we've seen him with that like little hair curl like falling down, so that's kind of cool. Saw that if this movie fails, they don't know what to do for the future of DC films. It's not that they don't know what to do, it's that I don't think they would financially be able to carry on, you know? Because you're talking about like allegedly that Clayface movie is going to be quite small in terms of budget, but the Batman movie, Supergirl movie, all those movies require probably like 150, 200 million dollars each to make, to be like blockbusters. And with the not great financial situation that WB Discovery is in, I would imagine that this is an extremely important movie. Like, this is probably one of the most important films in the history of film in terms of this can make or break a giant studio, right? Because this is like, there's a lot of eggs being put into this basket, metaphorically speaking. Adam Sandler's here. Yo, Adam Sandler, big fan of your movies. Thanks for tuning in, dude. I'm so excited for this trailer. Same here, Adam.
Give me rent.
Hey, Logan, thank you so very much for the 2. They got to get Superman right this time. He's the GOAT. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Usually Superman tends to usher in good times. So hopefully the hype for Superman ushers in some positive times. I was about to read that, but that person's message retracted.
Is this Superman
Hey.
in the same universe as Blue Beetle? Also, have you seen the Karate Kid Legends trailer, and what did
Yes.
you think of it? By the way, have you ever trained in martial arts in general, or are you planning to?
Okay, so let's go one by one. Yes, it's in the same universe as Blue Beetle, or I guess, sorry, Blue Beetle is in the same universe as this, since he kind of got like migrated from the old DCU into this one. I did see the Karate Kids Legend trailer. I think it looks awesome, but I'm also biased. You put Jackie Chan in any movie growing up, he was like one of my heroes, so I will always watch anything Jackie Chan is in. So I am very, very excited for that. And that new, like the new Karate Kid, seems like he's got some skills. He's got some skills. So I'm excited for that. And then for your final question, I've never done any official martial arts, like in terms of like going to like a trainer or anything like that, but I watch a lot of martial arts movies. I watch a whole heck of a lot of mixed martial arts, like thousands of fights. So, so I am somewhat knowledgeable. Jamie K, thank you so very much for being the first member of the stream. Much appreciated. That puts our membership goal 1/10 of the way to the member goal. Thank you. If we reach our member goal, I'll also gift an additional 5 memberships. So thank you for the kindness, Jamie. And Armalite, thank you so very much for being the biggest super chatter. I'm biased because of Ralph Macchio. Listen, Ralph is cool and he's a legend for sure. By the way, guys, we have 60 seconds left. Hot diggity dog. Let's get some hype in the chat. Okay, now I'm getting excited. I gotta calm down. Drink tea. But to me, Jackie Chan's like a legend among legends, you know? Like, to me, the way I think of Jackie is like the same way probably like some people think of like I don't know who, like a fancy actor is, like Leonardo DiCaprio or something, you know? Because like to me, I'm like, what Jackie Chan does is 1,000 times more impressive than what Leonardo DiCaprio does. And if you don't believe me, go watch some of his older movies, like some of the most incredible stunt choreography and action sequences and fight scenes you have ever seen in your entire freaking life. Are they setting up the DCU like they did with the MCU? They're gonna try. That would be the prayer, you know. Did you see that Skibbity Toilet is in Fortnite? Fortnite is becoming Roblox. I did see that Skibbity Toilet is in Fortnite. Listen, I was not aware what Skibbity was until I bought some Lego minifigures that essentially revealed to me what it is. People are like, oh, it's brain rot, it's terrible. And then I looked at the numbers and I was like, bro, Skibbity Toilet does like 50 million views per video. Oh crap, here we go. Okay. Nobody panic. It's happening. It's happening. Nobody panic. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, look up. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's happening. Oh, hot diggity dog, it's happening. Okay, this is pretty freaking exciting, guys. Let's go. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Don't panic. I was doing a reference to the Office, you know, where he runs out of the door. He's like, it's happening, and it's like, and nobody's panicking more than him. Is this a game or a movie? This is a movie, but I will be playing a Superman video game later on today. Here's a little bit of a teaser, so go check that out. That'll be live, probably around like 2 p.m. today. Depends how long YouTube takes to process things. Let's go, baby. Please be good. Please be good. Come on, dude. I by the way, I am such a big fan of them going back to this DC logo. Have you ever played Infamous from 2009? I have. That's one of my all-time like favorite underrated series. Before we had like high quality superhero games all the time, we had Infamous. Guys, here we go. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look up, baby. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Woo! Seems like kryptonite posing me. Ooh, that guitar string. Hey, it's the farm. What is that? Who is that? Is that Crypto? That looked like Crypto. Oh my God, okay, take my money. Take my money.
Take me home.
Oh my goodness! Lex! Bro, looks like James Bond.
Superman.
Dude, I got goosebumps. Hey, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl. Who's that? Whoa, whoa. Mr. Terrific. Wow! July 11th! Hoo-wee! Okay. Listen, we gotta just go again right away. Bro, okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw this shot, okay, first of all, second, this looked a little, the costume looks a little baggy here. I'm gonna be honest. As soon as I noticed that, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But then when we saw him moving, again, this is why I say, like, when it's like more of a stationary, it looked terrific. Like that shot of him protecting, not here yet. Also, cryptos, they look amazing. Anytime you put a dog in a movie, take my money. Take my money! I really like this score, too. Might as well be comfy when getting punched. That's a valid point, Ace. Also, does Clark have, like, peanut butter? Or what is that? Is that for crypto? What's going on there? You see that? Got a jar. Peanut butter. Dude, I really like the score too. I didn't even realize he was whistling at first. And then freaking Crypto comes along. Bat, I don't think it's War World. Look at that. I mean, come on, look at that doggo. Look at that. And look at this. Look at him. That's perfect.
Home. Take me home.
This, bro, if you don't think, pardon my French, but if you don't think that looks badass, this whole sequence here, what are we even talking about? What are we even talking about? You know? Like this, I think sells the costume better than anything. Like, this looks awesome. This looks super cinematic. This looks like a comic book panel, you know? Like him sliding in to rescue this kid here. You know? That's really cool. And then you've got Luthor here with his Luthor Corp, which is interesting because usually it goes by LexCorp. So kind of a little something different. Also, what is this? Is this Nicholas Hoult trying out to be James Bond? Like, bro's got a ridiculously ginormous gun here. And like, legitimately, bro, legit looks like he's trying out to be James Bond. This is a cool shot again. Suit looks great there. Raising the Superman flag. That's going to be interesting. Something obviously goes wrong. Stag Industries. It didn't even pick up on that the first time. There's, what's his name? Nathan Fillion, right? As Guy. This, I have no idea who this monster is. What are we thinking, chat? Who is this? Like, I can't think of a specific name right away. Nathan Fillion? Yeah, he's Green Lantern. That's not. When I look at Lex, all I see is Beast from X-Men. Fair. It's Galactus. It's definitely not Galactus. Let's hope not. Could be a Parasite. I guess, yeah, maybe if he like scales up. Also, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but Superman's in that shot too. He's just very tiny. He's the one that's getting hit by the flamethrower right there. You can see him. Oh, you can't see him because my webcam's covering it. There. You can see him right there. You see? Between the two buildings. So that's pretty freaking cool. And then this, we've seen, this was where the first promo image was released. Remember, was him kind of like putting on his boots and whatever in front of that monster or thing or whatever it is. But I love how casual Superman is in this whole thing. You know? It's also very interesting in terms of like, there's a lot of stuff that's covered here. Like this robot here. Is this going to be, because this looks like the Fortress of Solitude, right? So is this going to be like his Jarvis, kind of? Possibly. Right? Calyx? Really? And then who is this? I legit don't know. Who is this supposed to be? Because is this Absorbing Man? Because I see the purple here. I'm pretty sure, right? Because isn't it purple and orange? That's Brainiac? No, that's not Brainiac. Metamorpho. That's right. That's his name. Absorbing Man is Marvel. I think that's Metamorpho, no? Because he is, bro. I'm like, let me see. Yeah, exactly. Look, Metamorpho, classic. He has the purple on the left side, the orange on the right side. So I think this is supposed to be Metamorpho. So pretty cool. First, on the first watch, I didn't really figure out who this was at first. I mean, dude, the scale of this film looks crazy. You got Lex here. That's such a great shot of Lex Luthor right there as well. Bro just looks very bitter, you know? But I guess that fits the attitude of Lex. Dude, the I swear, every shot with Crypto is just money. Every shot. You know? Crypto provides Uber ratings. Who's this? I don't know who this is. Is this maybe I was gonna say Mr. Terrific, but I don't think so. Who is this? No, I don't think this is Mr. Terrific. Ultraman? Well, we'll definitely see that guy go toe to toe with this shot is so cool too. Just Superman sliding through a field, trying to slow down. This is a cool shot too. And you see, like there, the suit looks great. Again, like it doesn't have the bagginess sort of issue. So then we've got Mr. Terrific here in some sort of a skirmish. So these are probably like Lex's army, I think, maybe. And then I think that's Lois right there being protected as well by Mr. Terrific. I would imagine that's Lex's, like, because it, like, usually when you think of Lex Luthor, you think of two colors. At least I do, like classic Luthor, purple and green. And even though the saturation in this trailer, it doesn't scream green, it's like very mild green, but I definitely think it's definitely clear here that it's purple, like on the thigh armor. So I do think that these are like Lex's squadron. This is also a beautiful shot right here. Superman and Lois. I would not mind if literally the movie fades to black on that shot right there. You know, like I could see the movie ending right there, you know? Boom. Dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, definitely going to see that in IMAX. I'm very curious. What are we thinking in terms of ratings? What are you guys giving this one? This movie feels so hopeful. That's what Superman should be. The one thing is exactly what I was worried about. Has anyone noticed that Lex looks like Hitman, Agent 47? A little bit. I'm more so thought of James Bond. The one worry I have is that it's a lot of characters. So the question is, like, does this mean that basically like Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, well, I mean, they did say Mr. Terrific would play a big role, allegedly. But will those characters be kind of like throwaways? or will they actually like play a factor? Because like, how much time can they really give all of these characters in one movie? You know, it'd be difficult, I feel like, to like give them all time to shine. But we'll see. Let's see some of the ratings here. I'm gonna go through. We have a 10 from Jeff. We have Betsy giving it a 10. Angel gives it a 10. Comic Bat gives it a 9. Colin gives it, I don't even know what that is. Is that a billion? Something like that. However many zeros are in there. Mr. TNT gives it an 8. Mini Mash gives it a Crypto out of 10. Very fair. I think they'll set up the JLA. I think this is supposed to be the JSA. I'm pretty sure. If they're following the comics, but I don't know. So I think that they're supposed to be already like the JSA exists in this world, right? I almost think that there's a good chance that we will see Superman and the JSA clash at some point over some sort of an issue. Because obviously in this trailer, we see that Superman, at some point, the public turns on him. So agree with the number of characters. Also, this is very much just a teaser, so it's hard to guess direction. Yeah, like that. Very nicely surmised there, Bob. Visually, it's everything I wanted to see. Crypto the dog being in it and playing a factor in multiple scenes. Sign me up, you know. But he better not get hit by anything, because if he does, whoever hits him, you're dead to me. You know, you're dead to me. Like, we're coming after you. So just watch out. You know, like if Lex Luthor punches Crypto at some point or something, we're throwing hands. And yeah, you're right. It is just a teaser trailer. But again, this is like my, like, just in terms of trying to be like, you know, fair, that my only concern is that it does seem like there's a lot of characters in this. And I always think to like try to pivot a little bit from a business perspective, in the sense that the average person watching this does not have context of who Green Lantern is, does not have context of who Hawkgirl is, who Mr. Terrific is. Like, so in order for those characters to like, or Metamorpho, for example, for those characters to land, they're going to need a little bit of time, like some scenes. But to be fair, we have one of the genius artists of his time as far as the medium of film is concerned. So hopefully James Gunn can nail that. I am curious as to what this is. Like, I almost wish I could zoom in what this monument is, because it's clearly a monument with a bunch of names. So something has clearly happened that I suppose maybe all these people blame Superman for, or something like that. So that's going to be interesting. I am curious about that. Like, what is he paying tribute to here? Nicholas Hoult looks like a really good Lex. You know what sold me on him as Lex? It wasn't like that first image of him, because he does look like James Bond there. It was... Is that after? By the way, this is my favorite... Well, I mean, except for Crypto. But this is my favorite shot in the entire... Like, this is just so Superman to me. You know? That's such a cool shot. Like, it's so cool. Not this for Lex. Not that.
Superman.
It was a little bit further up. It was that shot where he looks like directly at the camera. And he's got, like, he seems like he's been through a battle. He's like bloodied up a little bit. 1 second. Hopefully it pops up. I don't remember where it was. There. This. I think this is a really, really great character shot for Luthor. Like, because this to me screams like that kind of enraged, frustrated businessman who's just driven to at all costs to take down Superman. So this is a great shot. I feel like that really, in my opinion, encapsulates the character of Lex Luthor very well. It's awesome that Green Lantern is in the movie. Yep. I mean, again, I'm not complaining that those characters are in there. I'm just thinking, like, for the general audience, like, when they go into this, if there are so many characters that they're like, what is this person and who's, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to, like, make it so big that it feels like overwhelming. Take my money for crypto. Same. 100, bro. As soon as I saw crypto, I was like, I mean, you know, 100%. Thank you so very much for the super chat. It looks like Brainiac is the villain. Based on what? Based on what? To me, I mean, I might be crazy, but to me, it looked like Lex is the villain. No? And then you have those, like, giant kaiju monsters. Like, I mean, obviously it's up to them, but I almost think that you save Brainiac for, like, a bigger film. Because, like, Brainiac could be a villain that's big enough to fight the entire Justice League, not just Superman. So I'm curious, based on what did you feel like Brainiac is the villain? Because, like, I know some people thought that this was Brainiac, or something, which I don't even know why you would think that, but this is Metamorpho. So I'm curious. He's finally getting the right treatment. Hopefully. I think this is a great start. I think that this tonally is, I think even opening up on this idea of, like, Superman bloodied and beat up, I almost think that was, like, James Gunn sending a message a little bit to the Snyderverse people, because I think the Snyderverse people thought that this movie would just be like daisies and flowers and, like, everything is bright and colorful and, you know, like, and they thought that he would, like, shy away from having any sort of grit. And I'm like, first of all, did you watch the Guardians movies? Because, like, those movies will tug on your heartstrings like very few Marvel movies will. So I don't know why you would think that, except if you just want to hate it to hate it. But I think that partially, like, opening up the trailer with Superman in this pose with, like, bloodied up and everything, and even the hue of that shot is very kind of like almost like a tip of the cap to the Snyderverse people. Like, don't worry, this will have some quote unquote gritty storytelling that they love. So people have to remember it's not an origin film. That is also valid. That's a good point. But Logan, the only thing I would say is, even if you do a movie that's not officially an origin movie, I still think you need to, like, give people a little bit of context as to, like, who the person is, right? Like, who is this Superman? I think if you completely, like, skip it all over and don't even, like, address it in any way, I think that for the general audience, they might get lost in the movie a little bit, and not in a good way, you know? Thoughts on Man of Steel, Blitz? I still like Man of Steel. I think it's a good movie. It's just, with an unbelievable score. There's just a couple of things that I don't like because they break the character of Superman for me, right? Like, I know some people don't mind Snyder's take because it's much more, like, gritty and whatever, like, it's his tone. But to me, I think there's certain things about characters that you can't take away from them, because I think once you do, they're no longer that character, you know? Like, remove the killing from Superman, he's the Punisher, which, that's a different person. That's a different character. So, or sorry, remove the not killing. So that's kind of how I feel about it, where there's certain things that I personally think a character has to remain true to in order to still be that character. I think it's safe to say, guys. I think it is safe to say that this was a very, very, very good first step. You know? The leaks say that Brainiac is the villain in this movie. Really? You see, again, if that's true, that's concerning to me. Because to me, I'm like, how are you gonna do so much stuff in one movie? Like that, when I start hearing like, oh, there's like another villain and another character, it's like, that starts to be like, I don't know. Like that's a little scary, but I haven't read those leaks, so I don't know what you're referring to, but maybe I suppose. Manny, thank you for the 2. Toriyama nod with the, oh wow, I didn't even pick up on that, bro. That's actually kind of true. This is the Yamcha death pose. That sounds like a hit tweet right there. Somebody needs to take a photo of this. There, screen cap that and tag it with bros hitting the Yamcha death pose. 100%. The cinematic shots are so good. I agree. I think that everything that kind of needed to be like money shots were great money shots. You know, like Lewis and Clark flying and the kiss, very cool, very romantic. They're very like classic kind of panel from a comic book. You've got him rescuing the girl was really, really freaking cool. The fight scene at the baseball park, like they really did do a pretty excellent job. And again, this is the teaser trailer, right? Opening music reminds me of Top Gun Maverick. That's interesting because Top Gun Maverick was apparently the inspiration for a lot of the flight scenes of this movie, which, hey, that's good company to keep. It might be a little too packed with characters, but I'm hopeful in James Gunn. I agree with that too. I have nothing to, there's no reason for me to doubt James Gunn for now. You know, I think he's delivered every single time he's gone out and done it. Why are you spamming?
Crypto.
Tron, please don't spam. This is your warning. If you do keep spamming, you will be timed out and then you will be banned. Please do not spam. Will this be better than Fantastic Four? I don't know. I hope they're both great. You know? I hope they're both great. I think this is pretty freaking cool. That's a cool shot too with the flag and everything. I'm excited. I'm excited. Again, very, very, very cautiously, but super optimistic. So I did some checking, and the giant sphere is Solaris, the tyrant planet from DC/Superman 1,000,000. So no Brainiac or Warworld. Yeah, with all due respect, I don't want them to go anywhere near Warworld with this first movie. Like, second movie or third movie, sure, but at this point, like for your first one, let's keep the story on Earth. You know, I feel like you want to like build a connection with this version of Superman, and we as humans, we need the story to be told in an environment that like resonates with us. If you want to do Warworld down the line, sure, I don't mind. I think that'd be a cool idea. In fact, maybe that could be like a post-credit scene or something like that, something that takes him off planet. But not right away. What is Warworld? It's like I think like it's DC's like kind of Secret Wars. Usually Mongol basically collects like the most interesting. Do you remember Thor, not Love and Thunder, Ragnarok? That planet that Hulk gets brought into to fight. Think that, but DC's kind of version, right? So it'll essentially be there's a character called Mongol. He basically collects like the most the greatest fighters from all the different planets. He brings them in to this planet or world where essentially he just pits them against one another for his entertainment and his audience's entertainment. Warworld is in Young Justice, yes, and I think in the Justice League, maybe not by name. I don't remember if it was by name, but in the Justice League animated series as well. It's like Battle World for Marvel. Yeah. Based on the fact that James Gunn made us care for a butterfly, tree, and a raccoon, I wonder what they'll do with Crypto. Bro, I already love Crypto, and we've literally seen him in a tiny little teaser trailer. So, Alil Reyes, make sure you take a moment and thank Fizzy Fizz, because Fizzy Fizz is a freaking legend for gifting you a membership. Let's go, Fizzy. Thank you so much. Major dub. Major dub. Check members chat. Second. Members. Ninja Batman and Harley come to Fortnite on December 21st. More positive vibes for the DC universe. Ding! I'm excited for that. I'll definitely be streaming that. But I think I'm going to be wrapping it up here, guys, because I think we have gone ahead and taken a look at everything that we needed to take a look at. Joseph, thank you so very much for the $4.99 super chat. Can you tell us about all the characters as the trailer plays? Who the alien looking dude is? The alien looking, oh, why did my trailer just freeze? The alien looking dude is Metamorpho. I'm trying to remember what was, I feel like I remember the first time I saw Metamorpho was literally when I was playing a board game called HeroClix. He is kind of like Absorbing Man, but
Hate the suit, the castings, etc. Looks like 90s Superboy show on big budget. Loved Cavill and look of Snyder. However, most story was awful with many inconsistencies and plot holes. Hope the story's good here.
Interesting. I'll respond that in 1 second. He's essentially like Absorbing Man, kind of, where he has like different elements that he can control, like rocks and things like that. He's never been like a major character, I don't feel like, in anything that I've ever read in the comic book side of things, but he's like a fun, I think he's visually a fun character because of like the metamorphosis ability. I think he'll be interesting to look at. He's going to be a character that I would be surprised if he gets a lot of screen time, but I would, knowing how James Gunn thinks, I think he will make the character somehow like tragic in a certain extent, like the way that he did with Rocket, right? In the Guardians movies. I could definitely see him do a similar thing with Metamorpho, you know? I think the kaiju Space Godzilla, it's not Space Godzilla for sure. And then the other characters, Green Lantern, that's Guy Gardner Green Lantern. So just Green Lantern. Mr. Terrific, again, another one of those characters that hasn't really like I would say he's like a tertiary level, but could be good in this kind of story again as like a complementary piece. And from what I read, I think they're supposed to be the JSA of this world or of this universe. So it'll be Mr. Terrific. That's why they're all wearing the same jackets. Like if you notice in that shot right there, they all have the exact same there. So like you'll notice Hawk Girl has the jacket, right? Then if you rewind a little bit before that, you'll also notice, hold up, how much further back was it? There. You'll notice right here, Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner, they're all wearing the same kind of outfit. So my understanding is that they are already kind of like an established team. And then Superman will probably in some way, shape, or form interfere with the process. Something will obviously clearly go wrong because you can see that the people are protesting against Superman. We see him getting hit with a can, like a soda can or something like that at some point in the trailer. This is probably, I think Bat is right, is probably Kalex, who's like an assistant droid type thing. So, and it definitely looks like this thing is dying at some point or going out of commission at some point in the movie. This is definitely the Fortress of Solitude in the background with all the diamond sort of, or not diamond, like crystal cave vibe. So definitely accurate there. And yeah, let me know if I missed out on anything. Orkin kind of presents the opposite points here, saying that he hates the suit, the casting, etc. Looks like a 90s Superboy show on a big budget. Loved the Cavill and the look of Snyder. However, Man of Steel's story was awful, with many inconsistencies and plot holes. Hope the story's good. That's fair. I mean, visually, I kind of like, I'll be honest. When I saw this, I did say, I was like, this does look a little bit baggy, like the suit, you know, in this shot. But you can't tell me that the shot does, I mean, sorry, that the suit doesn't look freaking spectacular right here. Wait. After he tells him to take me home. This. Come on. Like, you really think that that doesn't look sick? I think this looks so freaking incredible. Like, this whole sequence sold me on the entire trailer. Like this right here. I think it looks absolutely terrific. Like the suit, I feel like the cape feels so like majestic. Like it feels so like this screams to me as Superman, you know, like the protector, the guardian, the one who will put himself in the line of fire to save others. Like, I don't know. To me, I think that really captured it really, really well. So that to me that encapsulates Superman. So I love that. So to me, I don't know. I think that they did do a pretty good job. I think that in a couple of the scenes, again, the suit, like here, I like the suit. I think it looks very almost like Snyder-esque in this shot with the way that it's lit here, where it's a lot darker. Whereas like if we look at the suit in the opening portions, the saturation, like it's beautiful right here. I love the color of blue that they have for the suit, and the logo here like looks very vibrant, even though he's clearly been through heck and back getting beat up here. So I don't know. I guess I disagree with the visuals, but I also think that James Gunn is a better storyteller than Zack Snyder. I have said before that I think Zack Snyder, if we could have Zack Snyder be the director of cinematography, I think that would be incredible. Because I do agree with you that what he's good at a lot of times is framing shots and like visually telling a story. I think he is good at that. But as far as like the actual minutia of stories, to me, his vision doesn't resonate with these characters. Like, to me, I don't like his interpretation of Batman, and I don't really like what he chose to say with Superman either. Which, to be fair, I mean, you did also say that you think that the story was awful and there are many inconsistencies and plot holes. So I guess you weren't as huge of a fan of the actual story that Snyder did. So I don't think we're really differing on opinions as much as maybe I'm making it sound. Superman is a symbol of hope, and he needs to be bright. Kind of, yes. To me, I think tonally, usually Superman should always be on the lighter side when compared to Batman. Like they are kind of like yin yang of the same coin. Like they both try to obtain justice, but each one kind of goes about it in a little bit of a different way, you know? I also love the shot of the kid raising the flag, closing his eyes and saying Superman, hoping someone will hear him to save him. It's exactly what Superman could be. Yes. Even though, like, in the context of it happening, you could probably point out, like, maybe at that point run. But I think metaphorically it does capture the idea of Superman, where it's like when there's no place to run, when you feel hopeless, when you feel like there's nothing else to do, because in that circumstance it looks like some sort of a war that's taking place, or conflict that's taking place. And then yet at that moment, that's when Superman will show up. You know, that's when it's like a bat signal, I guess, kind of moment for Superman, you know, where he calls upon him and the Man of Steel shows up here. Every time I see that scene, goosebumps. Every single time. Literally. That kid scene always gives me chills. I mean, both of these are great. Both of these are great, you know? So I think this trailer is good for a teaser, you know? I think we'll see what the full trailer gives us, because I think that's where we're gonna actually get to see more like dialogue. But I think tone, visuals, and honestly, like people overuse this word nowadays, I feel like, but the vibe check immaculate. Like, I think the vibe check for this movie, 10 out of 10. Because I think it does do a good job of like feeling like a Superman story. And so, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to go on ahead and call it a day here for today. Thank you guys so very much for tuning on in. Hey, good morning, Edith. Adago. Yes, Adago. Heals the show. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I hope you guys are as excited about Superman as I am. I will have a Superman related video going live today. So I hope that you guys will check it out. Here's a little bit of a teaser again for you guys. So make sure to go on ahead and give that a viewing in a little while. I will probably also actually be doing a stream, another stream later on today for the brand new Marvel Rivals Winterfest event, since that's, or Winter World, whatever the heck it's called. There's so many like names, because I think Winterfest is Fortnite, whatever it's called. So I'll be doing a stream for that. Then tomorrow you guys can expect a Fortnite live stream. And this weekend, it's finally back in the live. You guys have been waiting for it. Lego DC Supervillain coming back at you. So make sure to tune in to that if you're interested. Obviously, huge thank you to everybody that tuned in. Huge thank you to everybody that hit the thumbs up button. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the next one now. I feel like that's a little greedy, but I don't care. I'm very, very excited to see what James Gunn cooks up next in terms of trailers. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you guys so very much for hitting the like button. Thank you guys so very much for the super chats. Thank you so very much for your kindness and your generosity. I will hopefully see you guys here on the next one. Look up. Peace out. See you laters, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.